What is everyone? This is Star Marvel 718. This is going to be my thoughts, review on chapter 1015, One Piece, Chained. Yo, Otis Fina's good, man. We are eating, y'all. I'm telling you, we are eating good. But let me not get off on a tangent. Let's just get into it. Cover page was that of Senior Pink. He's being carried by a stork. Kind of funny. He's just like a baby being carried by a stork. Okay, Otis, I see you know your little dad jokes. I get it. All right, right off the bat, we go right back to the seeing Luffy sinking into the water, and just seeing him sinking, we see like, or you get this ominous feeling like, yo, did we really lose? Like, is this it for the Straw Hats? And you know, just Straw Hats and the rest of the allies. So from after that panel, we get into a panel with the continuation of Queen and Chopper's fight, and we see Queen is biting into Chopper, and I gotta give my props to Chopper because Chopper is not one of the main combatants on the Straw Hat crew. So just see him go against a second Yonko commander and pretty much kind of like holding his own. Like even though like we see Chopper is bruised, he's bloody, and Queen is pretty much Queen. Queen is pretty much Queen. No, Queen is pretty much clean. I'm sorry about that. It's clean. I'm like, yo, I gotta give my respect to him. Like I said, he's the youngest of the Straw Hat crew, and him holding his own. Much respect to Chopper about that. I had a feeling that the matchup between him and Queen wasn't really that good, but like I said, just see him hold his own. Gotta give him respect. We go to another panel seeing the allies or the samurais, like pretty much losing hope because you know they just heard the announcement that Luffy was defeated by Kaido and he was thrown into the water, and pretty much just like a major defeat because they pretty much feeling like, you know, this is our major piece, this is our biggest piece we have against, you know, this powerhouse, and if he got defeated, you know, the rest of us is fodder. What can we do, right? So we go to a panel with Sanji, Zoro, Izo, and Kamamatsu. You know, you see Izo saying, you know, this is pretty much Kyle's plan. He wanted to bring everybody's morale, you know, bring the morale down. And I thought it was kind of funny seeing Sanji use Zoro kind of like an axe because, you know, when Zoro was first introduced into the story, he was captured by Axe and Morgan. So seeing him as an axe and Morgan, I was like, okay, cool. You know what? Oh, another Oda's dad joke. So I was like, all right, I kind of chuckled. I'm not gonna say like I was laughing out loud, you know, belly aching laugh, but I had a few little chuckles when I seen that. Queen would continue talking smack to Chopper, and then we have like Perospero, or as I call him, Perobitia. Like I said, I don't want to go from the rant. I do not like Perospero, but as a villain, he's a good villain because he give you someone to hate. So like you have like that true dislike, hate for Perospero because he's just so grimy. So, and it's crazy because he's Candy. Like people like Candy, but he's just like a grimy motherfucker. So it's just like, okay, whatever. And you still see him still continuing shooting candy arrows and everything. And right as we see Queen about to like deliver like that final attack, that final bite on Chopper, who comes in clutch? Mr. Prince, aka the Hunter, Mr. Sanji Vinsmoke, coming with a Diable Jambe rotisserie. When I see that, I was like, Diable Jambe rotisserie. But then it makes sense because the way he caught Queen spinning like this, right? He's spinning like this, and he's blocking off Perospero's arrows. But at the same time, he blocked Perospero's arrows, and Sanji's protecting the rest of the allies. He spins out and he hits Perospero, sending Perospero flying, knock him out of the way. So like, you know, like get him out the way. So I was like, okay, Sanji again coming clutch, like always, like he's missed the last second. So Sanji pretty much dropped Zoro off to Chopper, and when we see Chopper, he's emotional, he's crying, like, you know, thank you, Sanji. And Sanji was like, you know, pretty much talking to Chopper, boosting his morale. And I like this dynamic between Chopper and Sanji because it reminded me when Chopper and Zoro had their dynamics when Zoro, Shichi Son, Apu for the vaccine, and he says to Chopper, like, you know, keep handling, you know, you are our ship's doctor. And Sanji and Chopper was like, yeah, I can. So seeing Sanji and Zoro see Chopper as like a little brother, and they both took turns, you know, boosting little brother and coming in and helping him. I like that. And even seeing like Marco looking like, you know, this is the reason why I like these guys. We know the Whitebeard Pirates was like a family, you know. Whitebeard called all of his crew his sons. So seeing Marco there pretty much just like reiterating like, yo, the Straw Hat crew is not a crew. Like that's a family. So I like seeing how the Chopper, the Sanji, and the Marco dynamic, how all that came together, and like how that all just pretty much explained the Straw Hat crew and everything. Now Chopper's healing Zoro. We then turn around and go off to going to where Kinemon's at with Kaido. I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest Kinemon. And matter of fact, let me say it like this. In the beginning, when Kinemon was first introduced in Punk House, I wasn't a big fan of his. Like the whole farting for him to talk, communicate type of thing. I was just like whatever. But his character did grow on me, and just seeing him face down on the ground, being up like that, and you see the sound effects is like twitch, twitch, and he has like that one arm up, you know, holding his sword, and his sword is broken, and just knowing that he literally took Kaido's attack that's covered in Conqueror's Haki head on, and he's still alive, and he still has like this will, this determination to still move. It was a little bit heart wrenching, because then we see Kaido like look over, and he sees Momo and Shinobu, and as I guess he's about to make a move towards him, we see Kinemon stab him in the leg, and like soon as Kinemon stab him in the leg, you know, because he did that so those two can escape, we get a flashback, and I already know what's going on. I'm like, fuck. If we get a flashback, this is not good. And just seeing, you know, Kinemon and Momo practicing like their whole rouge about being father, son, and even though he was saying Momonosuke, he kept saying Momonosuke-sama, and just seeing like he has so much respect for Oden, the Kozuki family, that even though like they had this act where he's supposed to pretend this is his son, he couldn't come to terms to call him by his first name without the honorific. So I was just like, damn, like this dude really loved this kid. Like he really saw this kid as his, you know, as his master, as his son. Like it just so much love between Kinemon and Momonosuke. And right as you start ending the flashback, we see the panel get silhouetted, and we see, you know, Kaido impale Kinemon. I was just like, damn, like this is it for him. Rest in peace to him, man. Like, if he survived this, okay, but I doubt it. 90% chance, 90% like Hank had in, I think he's gone. But like, rest in peace to Kinemon, man. Like, yo, he did his thing. He definitely proved true grit. He definitely proved like he's the leader of the Red Scarabs and Oden stay, right? And I think like Oden would definitely be proud of him. So like I said, that was like a good moment with him. And as this is going on, taking place, we see Momo look over and he see a frog, and he grabs and the frog happens to be a Mary. As he's grabbing the frog, you know, he says, "This is Kozuki Momonosuke." So, you know, everybody's listening, and he turns around and he makes like this beautiful speech. And he's like, you know, pretty much everyone, don't give up hope, continue fighting. The battle's not over. We got this. I talked to Luffy, like I heard Luffy, and Luffy said, "I'm going to win." And we all know how Luffy is like, you know, that's like dun 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 dun. So I know that's that moment for Momonosuke. And what makes this moment so beautiful, this was like his hour of legend almost, where he heard Luffy was defeated. Kinemon was pretty much killed pretty much in front of him, and like, you know, pretty much all hope is lost, but he still had like the balls to grab the Mary and make that speech, even right there in front of Kaido. Because remember before, when he was face to face with Kaido, he couldn't even say his name. He couldn't even say like XYZ. And as this battle prolonged, you see Momo is growing into a fine young man, to the point where he's like, you know what? Fuck it. This is my brother in arms. This is my friend. This is my Nakama. If he say he's gonna come back and win it, and he believe it, then you know what? I believe in him. So I thought this was like a very good pivotal moment for Momonosuke, and I was like, you know what? I like what Oda's doing. Oda's like surely but slowly growing him up. Then we cut to a panel with Kid and Big Mom, and you know, Big Mom, she's sitting there laughing, saying like, "Oh, that was a great bluff," you know, pretty much saying that Luffy's done for, he's at the bottom of the ocean and things like that. And then who we see walking like right there from the left? Law. Law's like, nah, I've been allies with Straw Hat, yo, for a good while. when he said he's going to do something, yo, he does it. Don't sleep on him. And then, you know, Kid, he's sitting there like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, he's talking his shit to Kid, to Law. And Law's like, look, pretty much, shut up, man. This is the end game. This is the final wars. We got to team up. Beat this big bitch. Then we can talk about the bullshit later on. So, like, now we got Kid, Law versus Big Mom. Nice. I like that. I like that battle. That's going to be an interesting battle because they fight very different, but Law's a very good support character, so they'll figure it out. So right after that, the next panel, we go to a panel where it looks like Kaido's kind of like looking down at the ocean. I guess he's like still kind of like looking out for Luffy just in case if Luffy happens to make a pop-up or whatever, or Luffy, you know, just pops up. Then we see like in a big bubble, Kaido. So Kaido looks up and he sees Yamato. He says, don't you mean father? And then Yamato, she says like this speech to him. Now that bond has been severed pretty much, or you know, that bond has been broken. And I think, and like, to me, like this section, this panel to me, like what makes it so strong, it kind of gave me the vibes of like when Jinbei said to Big Mom, like, I'm leaving the Big Mom Pirates to be a Straw Hat. Like, you're just a Yonko. I'm leaving your crew to be part of the future Pirate King's crew. So that was like, your mom was like, to me, almost like her declaration is saying like, yo, I'm done with you. You Yonkos, y'all ain't shit. I'm going to be part of the Pirate Kings, the future Pirate King's crew. So I thought that was like a very good declaration. Like when I want to see all this, like when me and Sigma was talking, I definitely want to see like a nice like flashback. Give us more characterization, more history about Kaido, even some characterization about Yamato. Like I said, just like the way Oda did everything was just nice. Like everything like well-rounded, like nice setups for everything else. My rating for this chapter originally, like when I first read it, I kind of gave it, I was kind of thinking like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. But reading it 2 or 3 more times, it started growing on me, and then like different things like started coming in, like just like what it's gonna start leading to. I gotta say this is a great chapter. I gotta definitely give this a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. This was a very good chapter. It's not perfect, and the only reason why I give a perfect chapter, just the way how some of the panels was like situated, it kind of was like a little wonky and weird. And I know that sounds bad, like, oh, you're not professional, like, oh, just go to like, but like, you know, it's still a good chapter though. Like I still don't feel it's better than the last chapter, and the last chapter I gave like a perfect score, but this is still a good chapter. Well, you know what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna end it right here. So guys, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I say, Star Marvel 718. Let's have a conversation, y'all. I'm out.